Hello, gamers. This is DNH, and welcome to a channel update. I guess I'm calling this a channel update. If I'm not mistaken, this video is going to go up on November 14th, 2019, which is actually the 8-year anniversary of my very first video on YouTube, and I'm really excited about that. I don't think in that entire 8 years I've made anything that I called a channel update. I maybe have given channel updates or that kind of thing, but I just kind of wanted to take a minute or a few to talk about a couple of things with you, really the future of this channel, at least as far as I see it right now, and just talk a little bit about the past. So first thing that I think maybe most people might be asking is, am I back? You know, I took a long break, I guess, from YouTube, or I had a good year and a half or so where I didn't post anything, a good almost 2 years where I barely posted anything. And at least for right now, I am back. I'm back to posting videos at least quasi-regularly. Now, for October, I was really good about posting videos regularly, and I'm not going to promise to be quite that good. I will say that, like last week I didn't post a classic gaming video, and this week you won't see one because this update video is going up, but I am going to still be doing the classic gaming series. That's something that you'll continue to see on this channel. I'm very excited about Skyblock, and we'll be continuing to do Skyblock. I'm not going to promise to get every week in, and I will do time lapses on Skyblock whenever I can. But I will try to be as regular about posting as I can, just not promising every single week. I also have a couple of ideas for other videos or series that might come out. You haven't seen any of that yet, and we'll see. But I would like to post a little bit more regularly. So that said, Skyblock is really something that I did record this once before and ended up taking an hour talking about an entire retrospective on my channel. And I don't know that it was that interesting. So I kind of wanted to shift gears a little bit and just talk about Skyblock, because that's really what this channel was started with, Minecraft and Skyblock. And I don't know if I've ever told the story on YouTube of how I got started, but really it goes back to early in 2011, to January 2011, before I even knew that Let's Plays on YouTube were a thing. I occasionally watched YouTube, and I would watch sometimes videos of like IGN or one of the gaming networks would post videos of a game, a video review, and so I'd watch that. And I watched some other things on YouTube. And I remember that in late January, I saw Zero Punctuation, Yahtzee Crenshaw video about Minecraft. And for those of you who don't know Zero Punctuation, I'm sure you probably do, but he does reviews where it's just like yellow background with white stick figures. He doesn't really show any game footage. And he talked about it being a really interesting game and really liking it, and it sounded interesting, but I didn't see any game footage of it. And sometime either shortly before or shortly after that video, a friend of mine on social media who Facebook, I'll say. I don't really participate in social media, or for that matter, Facebook. But yeah, it was on Facebook at that point. A friend of mine who I grew up with, and we kind of had the same basically tastes in video games, had talked about liking Minecraft. So I was interested in it, but I didn't know what it looked like. So I went out to YouTube thinking, okay, maybe there's a video review of it, and searched for Minecraft, and there wasn't. I mean, it was still way back in the beta stage of the game, so places weren't really posting reviews. And the first hit that came up was the Yogscast, How to Survive Your First Night, or whatever, in Minecraft. And I watched it, I got hooked. Like, Let's Plays are awesome, and it was cool. And I ended up getting the game. Now, I didn't start my own Let's Play, though. I played a lot of Minecraft. I watched some Let's Plays from the Yogscast, and then when they got kind of more RPG-like, I went to Co's Quest, That was awesome. I watched some single player stuff of BOO and of Etho, and never really watched Mindcrack at all. But you know, there were a number of things that I was watching and was really interested in. So ultimately, um, I ended up, and I don't remember how I found Skyblock. I think it was probably the Minecraft subreddit that pointed me to Skyblock, but I ended up finding Skyblock, really, really enjoying it, and building and completing all of the challenges on the 1.1 version of Skyblock. And I was really just interested in it and wanted to show off what I'd accomplished with it just because I was kind of proud of what I did. So I bought Fraps and I used my webcam and kind of pulled it off of my monitor and just held it close to my mouth and recorded a tour video of that map. And I posted it on Reddit. And amazingly, like, it got 2,000 views in the first 2 days. And I got like 80 karma on Reddit. And I ended up with like 8 subscribers immediately, you know, with just this one video, which was really kind of an amazing response. And so I was like, okay, that's great. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll just actually do my own Let's Play. So I knew that that wasn't going to be as popular. Started up a Let's Play, and it absolutely wasn't as popular. I got, you know, anytime I posted on YouTube, I kind of got negative karma over it. Let's Plays just were white noise and people didn't care. And so, but I pushed through. I learned a lot of lessons. You know, my goal was never with this channel to make a living. You know, it was never my intent to try to make this my job. Always has been a hobby, still is a hobby, you know, and I enjoy it. But, you know, going forward, I did have lulls. I did have points of higher production. It was just something that I did for fun and for entertainment, and that's probably the best thing I could say to explain my long absence from YouTube. Was just I was having fun playing video games and doing other things with some people from the Voidbound group. I was still playing games with them offline, or well, online, but not on YouTube. And I, you know, I did have some health issues a little bit during that period, and I don't even really like talking about it because a lot of people have different. You know, I mean, a lot of people have it a lot harder than me, so I don't like saying, oh, I had health issues or whatever. But the thing that did really kind of relate to YouTube was that I had a lot of trouble with my breathing and just my breath in general, and so it progressed to be worse over the years and to where I was very audibly breathing on a lot of videos, and so I was manually editing them. I played around a little bit with filters and with some things to try to minimize that, but it was really distracting to me, and I was very hard on it, and the filters weren't really working, or they would distort my voice too much, so it got to the point where I tried to do as many multiplayer things as I could, and a lot of the very late stuff was either Race for the Wolves or UHCs or, you know, Agrarian Skies 2, where I could share the talking with other people. But it just got to a point where I was manually editing every breath out, or most of them out, and so it was taking a really long period of time. And fortunately, my health has improved some since then, but also I've just consigned myself to doing more filters and, you know, maybe investing in some better hardware to try to minimize breathing noises and background noise and stuff like that. Because I'm just, you know, that's the only way that I can be interested in continuing to post videos. So, anyway, so that was a little tangent here. I'm trying to get, you know, this is definitely not going to be an hour long. I'm going to keep this brief. I mean, the last time I tried this, I talked about my entire timeline. This time I'm limiting it to really the Skyblock stuff. So that opening video was big. I did some Sky Island stuff and I did some other stuff, but really the big video on my channel, which is actually about to hit 5 million views. It might already be. It's right now, as of recording this, it's not quite. It's like 40,000 views off of 5 million. But it's about to hit 5 million views as my time lapse for Skyblock 1.2. And I spent about 2 months before that video not posting anything on YouTube, which at that point was somewhat unusual for me, although I wasn't posting completely regularly. But I spent a lot of that time actually making that video, and it's something that I'm really proud of. I'm happy I put it out there. Obviously, it's gotten a lot of attention. Obviously, it's gotten a lot of views and just feedback and gone up in the search criteria and that kind of thing. But as much as anything, it's just been luck. I mean, look, and I'm not trying to minimize it because, again, I'm really proud of what I was able to do with it. But, there are a lot of people who post really wonderful content every day and don't necessarily get that kind of exposure. And so, I'm appreciative to all of you for tuning into my channel. If you've come here, if you stay around for any of the regular content that I make, that's great. If you're just here for the time lapses, great too. I enjoy those myself, and I'm gonna try to make as many of them as possible. Within reason and within balancing my life and my outside interests, and so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know that I want to go into anything else. I've kind of hit on some of the things that I wanted to talk about. But I did want to just commemorate this 8-year anniversary. Again, what's probably going to be about 5 million views on my most popular video. It still amazes me. And just all of the support. I think I'm at over 24,000 subs, and obviously, those people have subbed at various times, and most of them are maybe no longer here and whatever. But every person who takes a little bit of time to watch the videos that I regularly make, it's really something that's special to me. And I hope to bring you things that are entertaining and that you will want to watch into the future. I really have a lot of thoughts for this Skyblock. The classic gaming series, I'm actually, I need to find my stride on that. I'm interested in continuing to do that and kind of relive some of the games that I played previously. And there are a lot of very good Let's Plays out there of those classic games, so I don't want to repeat any of that stuff. I just kind of want to experience them in my own way and relive them and have some fond memories. So I don't expect that series is going to appeal to as many people, and that's fine, perfectly fine. In fact, I don't expect it'll appeal to anybody who didn't grow up on those games. Which is partially why I'm going with the booze, factor. I'm assuming that only adults are really going to watch these old games, and it's not going to be something that necessarily appeals to kids. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at. That's I think I'm going to go with that. Again, thanks for 8 wonderful years on YouTube. Thank you for the engagement, the comments, the likes, the subscribes, anything that you've done to engage with this channel. I really appreciate it. And if there are other creators out there, that you can show support to, everybody who is trying to make a living at YouTube, who is trying to make it. Like I said, that was never my goal. But, and I don't have a Patreon, so don't go to my Patreon. But if you like my stuff and there are other people out there who you do like too, and they're small-time creators who have a Patreon, consider supporting them. Consider what you can do to help, let everybody have the entertainment that they're trying to create. So I'm going to go. But as always, gamers, have a good evening, day, and night. Minecraft, time-lapse, mob traps, world maps, cat naps, rap tracks, perhaps. You'll tune in and watch the hijinks, and if you like, click the up and subscribe links.